Welcome to this premium note. Think of our time today as a sort of global masterclass and professional mentorship session, all rolled into one. I am beyond thrilled to be your mentor today as we unlock some truly high-value secrets around building a modern digital workplace. Seriously, whether you're an aspiring startup founder, an established business owner, or really just a professional looking to rapidly accelerate your career and digital income, understanding how to architect an intranet, it's an absolute superpower in today's digital economy. Okay, let's jump right in. Take a second and think about this number, 20%. According to McKinsey research, knowledge workers are wasting a massive 20% of their entire work week just searching for internal information, hunting down the right colleague, and fighting through absolute communication chaos. I mean, to put that into perspective, that is literally one full day out of every 5-day work week completely lost to a scattered digital environment. Think about the massive financial drain that represents for a business.
But hey, what if you could be the one to cure that chaos? What if you could build the ultimate digital HQ? Well, right here is a massive business and career opportunity. Because for those of us who learn to architect the digital systems that actually cure the scattered hybrid workplace, the rewards are, well, they're incredibly high. You position yourself not just as a standard worker, but as an indispensable systems architect, a digital transformation expert who's literally saving companies hundreds of thousands of dollars.
So let's get into section 1, demystifying the ecosystem, digital foundations.
Okay, so before we can master the actual tools, we need to clearly separate the three main environments of our digital ecosystem. It helps to think of the internet as a massive public highway, right? Anyone can drive on it and it reaches a global audience. Now, the intranet, which is our main focus today, that's more like your private company clubhouse. It has strict private access reserved solely for internal employees. And finally, we have the Extranet. Think of this one as the VIP lounge. It's a highly secure, gated community where trusted external partners, like your vendors or high-ticket clients, are granted controlled access to very specific resources. Mastering exactly how these three interact is basically your foundation.
Moving on to Section 2, the architecture, UX, and mobile-first design.
All right, having established that foundation, how do we actually design this private digital clubhouse so that people intuitively know exactly how to use it right from day one? Well, a completely non-negotiable rule of the modern workplace is this. Mobile-first design is the absolute baseline. A consumer-grade, mobile responsive experience isn't just some nice-to-have feature anymore. It is an absolute necessity. Because look, if your intranet strategy doesn't work flawlessly on a smartphone, you are completely excluding your frontline and remote workers who just don't have daily desktop access. Your digital HQ absolutely must be accessible from a coffee shop, an airport, or literally a factory floor.
And that brings us to a really major paradigm shift. Legacy portals used to be organized by internal org charts, mostly because it was designed for the company's convenience. But modern intranets, they are completely different. They're organized by the employee's actual tasks and the quote-unquote jobs to be done. A successful platform has to be designed around real workflows, like finding the HR policy, requesting time off, or getting IT help. You really have to measure success by how quickly a task is completed, not by how many clicks a particular page gets.
So, the crucial point here is captured perfectly by information architecture pioneer Peter Morville. He says findability precedes usability. You can't use what you can't find. Hit the nail on the head, right? By standardizing your page templates and naming conventions, you actually make findability a core performance indicator. Think about it. Every extra click an employee takes to find a basic form is time the organization is paying for. If you fix the search and standardize the layout, you literally instantly boost your company-wide ROI.
Now for Section 3, the engine of success, intranet governance. Okay, so we now have this beautiful, mobile-friendly digital hub. But here's the catch. Without this next crucial step, your pristine digital HQ will absolutely turn into a messy, outdated digital graveyard within just a few short months. No joke. That engine that keeps it alive is internet governance. Governance is basically the secret sauce that prevents content decay. It's the framework that assigns clear ownership, controls the lifecycle of every single document, and guarantees that business decisions are being made using trustworthy, up-to-date data. Because without governance, people start quoting old prices, following defunct processes, and suddenly, chaos returns. So, to maintain order, you need a really exact blueprint of roles. Treat your internet just like a professional newsroom with a strict editorial calendar and review rules.
First, you need an executive sponsor for that top-level leadership buy-in. Then you need an internet manager to oversee the daily operations. Next up are your content owners, who are responsible for specific department spaces. And finally, you need the IT team to maintain that secure infrastructure. This way, everyone knows exactly what they own.
Ultimately, structured governance, using dynamic templates and role-based permissions, is what prevents total digital chaos. By combining strict permissions with super user-friendly templates, you manage to keep highly sensitive company files entirely secure, while simultaneously empowering your individual teams to safely update and manage their own local spaces. It's really the perfect balance of control and freedom.
Let's look at Section 4, Populating the Hub, Video Training, and AI.
Now we pivot a bit. We have this meticulously governed, beautifully designed hub, but how do we actually fill it? Well, we populate it with high-retention, modern learning materials and video training that actually engages employees and drives real results. Think about it like this. Organizing your e-learning library is exactly like organizing a physical closet. You keep what fits your organization right now, you aggressively discard the temporary fads, and you use a learning management system, an LMS, as your organizational bins and shelves. You want to keep your training content tailored, make it accessible just in time for the employee's workflow, and actively review it every season so nothing gets stale.
All right, let's rapid fire through some of the absolute best software tools you can use to create this training content today. For quick, everyday, asynchronous communication, Loom is just incredible for remote teams. Now, for building professional, all-in-one tutorials with built-in quizzes, Camtasia is basically the industry standard. But hey, if you're bootstrapping, ScreenPal is fantastic for budget screen recording, and OBS Studio gives you completely free professional-grade broadcast recording.
But now let's look at the future-ready tech stack, because AI is absolutely revolutionizing this space. Descript allows you to edit video simply by deleting text in a transcript. It even uses AI to clone your voice to fix verbal mistakes, which is wild. Then there's Synthesia, which generates training videos using highly realistic AI avatars directly from a typed script, literally no camera required. Vyond is perfect for animated content, and of course, Premiere Pro and Final Cut Pro remain the absolute gold standards for advanced cinematic production. Mastering these AI tools will literally save you hours and hours of production time.
And finally, Section 5, the payoff. Monetize your mastery.
Okay, let's bring all of this together. We've covered the digital architecture, the governance, and the AI creation tools. But what's the actual payoff for you? Well, understanding this exact blueprint translates into incredibly lucrative skills. Honestly, companies are absolutely desperate for people who can organize their digital chaos. You can leverage this exact knowledge into high-ticket SaaS consulting, leading massive digital transformation initiatives, or even launching a side hustle in freelance intranet architecture. By helping businesses streamline their workflows and integrate AI training, you become an incredibly invaluable asset in the modern startup operations space. Guys, this is exactly how you generate significant digital income. So, we're going to wrap up this note with a vital question for you to chew on. You now have the blueprint. You understand the systems, the design, the governance, and the tools. So, how will you build the ultimate digital workplace today? You are capable, you are future-ready, and you have the knowledge to create massive, massive value in the digital economy. It's time to take action. Let's start building.